Hey, famous lady.
Yeah, I'm a famous ladies, you see.
Diamond
Dolls, you know.
Hi everyone, so today I'm coming at you with a video regarding microblade eyebrows. Microblade eyebrows is a form of semi-permanent tattooing eyebrows. It's different to the standard tattooing of eyebrows though. Microblading is a hair stroke method which is really fine hair strokes of pigment put into the brows to form a brow that you desire. It's great if you have no brows, if you have a piece of your brow missing, if you have really fair hair and a brow tint can't cut it for you. It's pretty much good for everybody, male or female, who just want the ideal brows for them. Microblading isn't necessarily with a machine, it's with a handheld tool. Now, this is the tool that you microblade with. It opens up, and then you've got this inside, and it's got little pins on it, and you only use it once on each client. You open it up, you loosen this, you pop it in on an angle and you tighten it. So we don't use a vibrating machine. That is pretty much it for the tool you use. I'll just show you that again, and if you can see, this is a 14 pin. Use that, so if you're going anywhere to get your microblading done, let them open this in front of you so that you know it is unused and it is clean. This treatment is very important to be done in a safe, clean environment. You need to wear gloves to do the treatment, a face mask, hair back and an apron so that there is no chance of spreading any sort of cross-contamination between you and the client. So cleanliness is key. So that's just a little bit about the tool. Now with microblading brows, the process kind of works where you'll speak to your client. I always do a consultation with my client just to make sure I know what is exactly they want. They'll show me pictures, show me exactly what they are looking for. So basically after we've done the consultation, 24 hours before, they'll have a skin test with the product. So I'll open up a new one of these, pop it in some pigment and just put a little bit behind their ear just to make sure that they're not allergic to the product. So we'll do that 24 hours before, and if there is no response, then they're fine to go ahead with the treatment. When you come in for your appointment, how it will work is we'll fill out the forms, we'll do all of that, and then I'll get you on the bed. And when I get you on the bed, again, we will still discuss some more about your brows and what you like, don't like. I'll just remove any hairs that might be out of the way. Just literally tweeze one or two. If you do want to get your eyebrows groomed prior, I would always say the week before, come in, get them waxed, and then after that, they're still in perfect shape for it, but if not, this is another way to do it. So, when that's done, we will then go on to, after discussing the brow, find the centre of your face, and then I'm going to design one brow. I use a pencil. It's a special pencil for microblading. Draw the brow on, and then consult with the client if they like this brow, if they like the shape, what they want changing, what they want tweaking, do they want it thicker, thinner, longer, shorter, whichever they want. The brows are measured so that we're given the points of where your brow should be as a guide so that the client knows. So when that brow's done, then we need to get the other brow the same. So once that's done and the client likes their brow, they lie back down, and then I need to now match the other brow to that. This is done through measuring, making sure it is precise, and then after 1,000,001 checks, to keep checking to make sure the client is 100% happy. And once that's done, that's what kind of determines the time and how long the actual treatment takes. So once that is determined, then we're good to go. That's when I'll get my tool. Now, this is the point where we've already identified the colour of the brow as well, and we'll reconfirm. We want to match the strokes to the colour of your hair on your brows. I've had my brows done. I've got nothing on them now. So I have black strokes. I haven't had my top up yet, which is also free and included in the price. It is as simple as the pigment is put on this because this inside of it is sterile and clean. So If the tool is not in your hand, the tool cannot leave on this paper. If it touches anywhere else, you cannot use it again. The pigment is on the paper too, because that is where it's sterilised and clean. And we literally, say the pigment's there and the blade's on it, we would dip and we put a little hair stroke. Now, because this blade is so fine, the hair strokes are really fine. So you'd go across the brow, putting in hair strokes. Ever such fine hair strokes, following the direction of the hair and staying in between the line of the brow that you've already drawn on. If you want to know if it hurts, well, in all the clients that I have done, I haven't used numbing cream on them. And if I'm completely honest, more clients have said it doesn't hurt. Some factors and feedback that I have had about it, of how clients feel about it, is some people, they say it hurts. Some people say you can hear the scratch noise. Going by my own experience, because when I trained, I also made sure I had mine done so that I know exactly how it feels, so that I can honestly relate back to my clients. What I found was the noise I didn't really like very much, because it's like, because we are like scratching the skin ever so tiny, but because it's only a tiny scratch and fine, it's bearable. It's not like the tattoo where you're calling it. Pain-wise, I was fine. I didn't think it hurt. The only place I found uncomfortable was on my arch, and even saying that, it wasn't anything bad. Some people bleed, some people don't. If you do bleed, that can sometimes push out the pigment. So we need to make sure afterwards that it's done. So once we've done both the brows, put some pigment over the brow, wait anything between 10 minutes to half an hour, and then wipe it off and check the brows. Might have to put a stroke or two more, it might be perfect and done. So the actual treatment of putting the ink in, it's not a long process at all. All being well, and with that being done and everybody's happy, I'm happy, they're happy, most importantly they're happy, but if I find anything I'm not happy with, I will mention it and see if it's a problem for them. I will then go on to put some aftercare cream on and give them an aftercare leaflet to take home. The aftercare tends to range for a week, and it tells you absolutely everything you need to do and make sure you follow to maintain and get your brows. The one thing with the brows is they do oxidize after about 2-3 days, so they go darker than your selected colour. Some people love it, some people don't. But then after a week of going darker, it tends to fade, and it can fade up to 50%. For me, with my brows, my hair was really, really fine, and I always had to pencil them in. I had mine in black. I haven't had my top up yet, and just to show you, because you don't take out the brow hair, you can see ever such faint black strokes. You can have it where the pigment doesn't necessarily pick up properly in some areas, but this is why the top up is so important. Now, a top-up is offered and it's free within the treatment, and it's offered depending on your skin type and your healing within 6 months of the brows. This is offered so that if there is anywhere where pigment hasn't taken, if the client wants to go a bit darker, if the client wants to go a little bit thicker or change anything, you've got that option. With this treatment, it does last anything from 10 months up to around 1.5 to 2 years, depending on your skin type. Oily skins tend to not take it in as much, so you'd probably get around the 10 months to a year, whereas drier skins will hold it, and in drier skin cases, sometimes you don't need your top up. Some people do because it's free, they want to take it anyway, but you don't need it. This is pre-top up. I haven't had my top up, and these have been done a few months now. And it just looks like I've got really, really good brows. These are just my brows when I wake up in the morning and I want to go, I don't have to faff with my brows. They're done. You can't actually tell I've had anything done to them. That's pretty much it with how it's done after that in the aftercare. And you go away, and then I'll see you in a month, and then we'll decide when it's best to have your top up. If anyone ever does it, I haven't done this, which I'm happy to say, but if anyone ever makes a mistake with the brows, there is things you can do to reverse it and fix it. And because it is only 1 year to 1.5, 2 years of lasting, you will need to come back after that to redo it. The thing with tattooing on the brow area is it's not as deep into the skin as it is, say, a normal tattoo. So whereas they'll last because they're really deep, these aren't as deep into the skin, so it's not forever. So that's great for when eyebrow styles change. If down the years you've gone a lot darker, you're not limited, you still have options on how to fix it. I have had a few clients who have had eyebrow tattooing and it's faded or gone a bit green or something, or just faded, and now they want to go to this look. It can be done over eyebrow tattooing, but it's quite difficult if the brows are too dark because the tattooing is solid. It makes it difficult for the strokes to be seen over, but there are cases where it can be done. So if that is you, it is still always worth looking into because something may be able to be done. You can never guarantee, oh yeah, anything. Everyone is different, so it's always best to be seen, consulted, and make sure it's okay. It's also very good that wherever you go, they use a good pigment that will not discolour and will stay in your skin. I haven't actually done a video of me doing the treatment as yet because a lot of clients aren't actually comfortable with having it done. But if you do Google microblade eyebrows, you can actually see it being done online. This is just my feedback and just to show you the results of my brows. I am really, really happy with them though. What I'll do is leave all the contact details below. If you do have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. I'll answer them the best I can. And if it's something you're interested in doing yourself, research it and just make sure you're happy. But it is an absolutely amazing treatment. I'm so glad I had it and I'm so glad I trained in it. Have a look at the pictures and yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you for your time and thank you for watching. I hope this has given you a bit more insight into microblading, exactly what it is, how it works, what it does. And if you're looking to have it, whether it is at Diamond Dolls Beauty or anywhere else in the world, I personally would say go for it, but just make sure you know what you're going for first. So I hope you've enjoyed, and no doubt I will see you soon with something else that I will be babbling on about. But in the meantime, you take care. Please like this video and please subscribe, as there will be plenty more treats coming your way. In the meantime, bye bye.